Alright, what's going on everyone? Dylan here, health fitness professional for Cardinal Health at the Mansfield, Massachusetts site. And today I'll be showing you 4 core exercises that you can do with a single dumbbell. Alright, so I will first demonstrate the exercise and then we'll go through 30 seconds of me performing it, and then we'll move on to the next one. Usually you'll do about 3 or 4 rounds of this, all for about 30 seconds each. Alright, so the first exercise that I have is the kneeling chop up. So you'll start on one knee. You're gonna start with the dumbbell on the opposite side of the leg that you have forward. So right now I got my right leg up. We're gonna start on the left side. You're gonna keep your arms as straight as possible. And you're gonna go from your hip all the way up, 45-degree angle to the opposite side. So we'll start on the left, going to the right, just like so. And now I'll go for about 30 seconds, and then we'll switch sides and do about 30 seconds opposite way. So we'll start 3, 2, 1, go. Again, you want to keep your arm as straight as possible, bringing that dumbbell from your left pocket to about 45 degrees on the opposite side. And again, this one can be a little taxing on your knee, at least the one that you have down. So I recommend either getting a mat or one of those Airex foam pads to kind of help cushion it. So you want to make sure you're keeping your core as straight as possible, keeping it as tight as possible while keeping your arms as straight as possible. You want to make it one swift movement. All right, and we'll go ahead and relax. So when you switch sides, you need to make sure that you're switching the leg that you're kneeling on. All right, and now we'll start from the right, and we're going to chop all the way up, 45-degree angle to the left. So this is a good dynamic exercise, great for athletes, anyone who wants to get stronger in the rotational movements. Let's do one more and relax. Good. All right, the next one is going to be a variation of the plank. So you're going to get into plank position, up on your palms and your toes. You will start with the dumbbell underneath one of your hands. So we'll start it under my right hand first. So you want to widen out your base just a little bit, widen your feet. All right, and staying in that straight line position from your shoulders to your ankles. You're going to take your left hand, grab the dumbbell, pull it to the opposite side. So you always want to grab with the opposite hand, and you're pulling it across. Try not to shift your hips too much when you're doing this. I know it can be a little tough, but try and keep them in place. All right, so we're gonna go for about 30 seconds. I don't have a stopwatch with me, but usually you'll go for about 30 seconds, and then we'll move on to the next one. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, keeping that core nice and tight, grabbing with the opposite hand. Now this one, you can also do it with a plate, and instead of picking it up, you would just slide it across the floor. It does make it a little bit harder when you have to deal with the friction of the plate against the floor. So for now, we will stick with our dumbbell. We'll do one more pass, and we'll relax. All right, so the next exercise is one that I'm sure most of you have already done. It is a Russian twist. So we will start in a seated position. We will grab our one dumbbell. You can do this with your heels on the floor, or if you're a little bit more experienced, you can lift your heels off the floor. All right, and we'll start in the middle. You're gonna lean back, lift your feet off the ground, and then twist back and forth, tapping that dumbbell on the floor as you go. So we will go for about 30 seconds, again, and then we'll move on to our last exercise. All right, so we will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Going back and forth. Take it at your own pace. If you want to speed it up to get those extra reps in, by all means. Just the main thing is keeping that core tight, because time under tension is everything when you're trying to recruit muscle fibers. Go for about 5 more seconds. And relax, good. All right, the last exercise that I have for you today is a V sit-up, this time with a dumbbell involved. So you're gonna lay flat on our back, feet on the floor, legs curled up. You're gonna hold your dumbbell right over your face. So laying flat on the floor, you're gonna crunch up, and as you crunch up, you want that dumbbell to travel overhead. And as you come back down nice and slow to laying flat on the floor again, crunching up, pushing that dumbbell overhead. All right, so we'll go for about 30 seconds. One of the main focuses here is coming down slow. You don't want to smack your back on the floor real hard. So you want to take these slow, making sure you're keeping that dumbbell over your head, because the more you travel out in the front, the more it's gonna affect the shoulders and not the core, all right? So, laying flat on our back, feet curled up and on the floor. We'll start our 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. We'll do about 3 more. Last one. And relax, good. So like I said at the beginning, usually we'll do about 3 or 4 rounds of these. Try these with your friends, try with your family, and let me know what you guys think. You can leave a comment in the bottom of the video. Like and subscribe. Thanks for joining. My name is Dylan.